2K Sports bringing you all of the NBA's top talent. That's right, this year's All-Star Game. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. A look at the West All-Star starting group. Chris Paul is out there with Klay Thompson. Then there's Marcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Davis in at power forward. Good D by Gasol.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over. And guys, you know, we've had some All-Star Game shootouts over the years, but really nothing compares to what we saw last year. The teams combined for 321 points. That's just mind-boggling.
Here's Davis following the basket by John Wall. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music.
Well, this night is all about the entertainment value in terms of that dunk. Definitely entertaining.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's going to be really hard to top that one.
And guys, just thinking back to last year's All-Star Game, I mean, something that was really special about the sight of Hal and Marc Gasol, the two brothers facing each other on the opening jump ball.
No good from Gasol.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Inside. That's good from Davis on the assist by Paul. Davis has got his first basket.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
That moment when the Gasol brothers competed for the opening tip really was unique. It was the first time two siblings have ever started an NBA All-Star Game.
And you can sense, Kevin, that the significance was not lost on them. They both talked about how much it meant to them. It was just a really cool moment to be a part of.
And it's Vucevic missing. On defense, the East All-Stars. Thompson right side. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one. I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
And no, there were a couple of records that fell at last year's All-Star Game, but to me the most shocking one of all, the number of three-pointers made. 48. I mean, the teams, they combined for 48 threes. And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
You know, a short time ago, I had a chance to catch up with Greg Popovich. We talked about the game, and Coach made it clear that he was going to do everything he could to have a very small presence in the game. These guys know what they're doing, and nobody wants to see me calling timeouts or anything. I'm going to roll the ball out and let them play. Just what players could hope for.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And those 48 three-pointers you talked about, Greg, the previous high for threes in an All-Star game was 30, so that's what I call shattering a record. Oh, man, oh, man.
It was insane, and really that speaks to the evolution of the game as well. The game has become far more perimeter-oriented in terms of the skill set.
LeBron drives in. Count it from 12. James has got 8.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Leonard with no one around. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
Wade dishes to Gasol. And Wall kicks to Vucevic. And now Davis pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Wade with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade. And so here are the West All-Stars. Count that one.
And just solid play out of them that time.
But no good on that last second attempt there. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. West All-Stars out in front, up by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. They'll be back in just a moment. And we welcome you back to the NBA All-Star Game as we get set to begin the second quarter.
And guys, we've already seen some unbelievable action here tonight.
And there will be plenty more to come. We know that. All-star action never disappoints.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for the West All-Stars, we've got Hayward. Bledsoe is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant. And it's Griffin in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The wide open look here for DeRozan. That's short off the rim.
And, you know, this game, in a lot of ways, guys, has belonged to the Western Conference the entire decade. I mean, last year they got the job done again. So although it did come down to the wire, the end result still was Western Conference dominance.
And although victory for the Western Conference has been a theme in the All-Star game recently, another trend, Greg, that was repeated last year was the East digging a big hole for itself. And you and I were talking about this, you know, digging that hole for themselves early in the game and then mounting the huge comeback.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the East came back from 20 points down in the first half to tie it up in the fourth quarter. But once again, the comeback bid failed to come to fruition.
And George kicks to Anthony. Outside DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 13-footer. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down to 1, and the bucket from Carmelo Anthony.
And there's such a sense of history that surrounds the All-Star game. Oh! That happened.
Yeah.
And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one will be worth some points in the dunk contest.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
And George kicks to Anthony. Bosh with it, guarded now by Durant. And DeRozan. Here we go. Griffin with the steal. Right side Westbrook. Paul George with the steal. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
And if you remember last year, I mean, no star shined brighter in this game than Russell Westbrook. How about 40 points? Just one off Wilt Chamberlain's all-time record. And I'd say Russell was a very deserving MVP.
New players in now for the East. 1:49 left in the first half of basketball. Knocked away. Wade passes to Vucevic. Picked by Vucevic. Wade drives in. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. Wade's got his first points of the game. That All-Star game scoring record of Wilt Chamberlain, which Westbrook came so close to breaking last year, has now, Greg, been on the books for over 50 years.
Unbelievable. And I'll tell you what, when Westbrook had that 27 points at halftime, I thought for sure that record was going to go down. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
The feed now to Roten. Pass to Wade. Launches it. Klay Thompson grabs the miss. And here's the West with the ball.
And not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
To the inside. It's stolen by Davis. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Thompson misses.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Here's Lillard. Walker with the rebound. Roten with it. Working on Thompson. Three-pointer. Wade. That's good. Wade's got 5 now. Lillard. No good. And that.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the first half of the All-Star game, and I would never try to speak. We never get tired of having the privilege to broadcast. All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take...
And welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
LeBron James is out there with Pau Gasol. Then there's Dwayne Wade, and it's Vucevic, and it's Wall in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Star.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings, really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And LeBron James gets it to go.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Wall. Ahead. And it's Wade with the jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? I mean, how could he like what's happening? Really had to take a time out there and try to figure out a way to derail their momentum.
Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Pau Gasol. Little over a minute gone here in the second half.
And we know the All-Star game is mostly about entertaining, but trust me, these players still want to win, and what we're seeing is that competitive drive really starting to kick in.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
A tight game here in New York. And here's James outside. They grab their own miss.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Al Horford's checked in for the East. Paul George comes in for Dwayne Wade. Then for the West All-Stars, Duncan, he's checked in for Cousins. Griffin comes in for Anthony Davis. And Kevin Durant is subbed in for Kawhi Leonard.
They played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Paul kicks to Duncan. Fades and shoots. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Duncan's got his first 2 points. Duncan against LeBron. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Chris Paul picks up that one.
What a game for LeBron. He has 15 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
So for the West, Westbrook comes in for Thompson. And Mike Conley is subbed in for Chris Paul. Conley dishes to Westbrook. Back to Conley. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 4 assists now tonight.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
And what a show Russell Westbrook put on a year ago at the All-Star game. I mean, you could tell early on that he was looking to take over and leave his mark.
That drops.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. Ellen Westbrook, Greg, in that All-Star game did take over. He ended up with 41 points in about 25 minutes played, Clark.
Yeah, he got 28 shots up to get to that 41, but it was quite clear he was on a mission in that game. He was surely the star of the show.
7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, each side having a tough time staying in front.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
LeBron, left side, shoots. And he overshot that one, missing. And the West All-Stars with possession. The lead is 2, and Hayward gets it to go.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
It's LeBron with the drive. Another miss by LeBron.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And on Carmelo Anthony. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the East with some changes. Vucevic checked in for Bosh. Gasol comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Paul George. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Griffin. Anthony Davis comes in for Kevin Durant. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Lillard subbed in for Russell Westbrook.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one. He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Lillard attacking. Lillard again missing.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. West All-Stars lead by 2. And we're... Welcome, everyone, back to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game. A great night of basketball here on 2K Sports.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
On the court for the West All-Stars, Klay Thompson is out there with Chris Paul. Then there's Davis. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Cousins in at center.
2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in the All-Star Game action. Now in Anthony Davis. He put his team. And that'll do it for this year's All-Star.